Welcome to the X Project Podcast. This is a podcast of the X Project Substack. To subscribe, please go to thexproject.substack.com. First, a very important note for podcast listeners. This is the last podcast for free subscribers. Starting with my next article, number 51, this weekend, podcasts will be available only to paid subscribers. If you are a free subscriber that has been listening to the narration of the free version of my articles, and you want to keep listening to the podcast version instead of reading the written article, you will have to become a paid subscriber. And then you'll be able to listen to the narration of the entire article, all 10 sections, starting on Sunday, April 21st, with article number 51. Is a recession coming in 2024? David Rosenberg is one of the last analysts still calling for one. Article number 50, published April 17th, 2024. In this article, the X Project will answer these questions. Section 1, why this article now? Sections 2 through 8, what are the top 7 reasons for David Rosenberg's recession call? Section 9, what does the X Project guy have to say? And as always, Section 10, why should you care? Reminder, for readers and listeners, nothing the X Project writes or says should be considered investment advice or recommendations to buy or sell securities or investment products. Everything written and said is for informational purposes only, and you should do your own research and due diligence. It would be best to discuss with an investment advisor before making any investments or changes to your investments based on any information provided by the X Project. Section 1. Why this article now? First of all, I stated I would write this article in my last article, What About the Possibility of Deflation? But more importantly, the consensus view has shifted to no recession in 2024. As David Rosenberg likes to quote his mentor, Bob Farrell's Market Rules to Remember, Rule number 9 states, when all the experts and forecasts agree, something else is going to happen. Who is David Rosenberg? He, quote, is the founder and president of Rosenberg Research and Associates, an economic consulting firm he established in January 2020. He and his team have as their top priority providing investors with analysis and insights to help them make well-informed investment decisions. Prior to Rosenberg Research, David was chief economist and strategist at Gluskin Sheff and Associates from 2009 to 2019. From 2002 to 2009, he was chief North American economist at Merrill Lynch in New York, during which he was consistently ranked in the Institutional Investor All-Star Analyst rankings. Prior thereto, he was chief economist and strategist for Merrill Lynch Canada, based out of Toronto, where he and his team placed first in the Brendan Wood Survey of Canadian economists for 10 years in a row. End quote. Where do we find the reasons for his recession call? He made 5 appearances on YouTube since February 15th. The first one, titled The Economy is Weaker Than the Narrative Suggests, published February 15th, 2024, with 42,786 views. Next was David Rosenberg on Why We're Sticking to Our Guns, published March 17th, 2024, with 4,092 views. Third is Here's Why Rosenberg Research Founder is Still Expecting a Recession This Year, published March 18th, 2024, with 28,480 views. Next is I'd Rather Be a Bull with David Rosenberg, published March 29th, 2024, with 22,354 views. And last, What Action Should Fed Take with David Rosenberg, published April 4th, 2024, with 117 views. Section 2. What is one reason for Rosenberg's recession call? Historical analogies and persistent economic indicators. Rosenberg notes a significant contraction in key economic indicators. Real retail sales are down by 1.8% annualized, and industrial production by 5.6% in the first quarter. He argues that when production and sales contract together, the economy typically faces a heightened risk of recession, suggesting that the current data trends are more severe than commonly perceived. Section 3. What is another reason for Rosenberg's recession call? Weak labor market underneath the surface. Rosenberg highlights the rise in part-time employment, noting that all job growth in the past year was part-time, not a single full-time job. He also points to increasing continuing unemployment claims as an indication that it's becoming harder for the unemployed to find jobs. He suggests that the low unemployment claims numbers may not fully represent labor market realities, especially considering that part-time workers laid off may not qualify for unemployment benefits, thus not appearing in initial claims data. Section 4. What is a third reason for Rosenberg's recession call? Inflation and monetary policy concerns. Rosenberg notes the Federal Reserve's rate hikes, drawing parallels with past situations where such monetary tightening led to economic downturns. He reflects on historical contexts where delayed effects of rate hikes contributed to recessions, emphasizing the potential lag between policy actions and their economic impact. Notably, in 2008, he was one of the last two Wall Street economists still calling for a recession when everyone else had, quote, thrown in the towel, end quote, which he claims is similar to today. Section 5. What is a fourth reason for Rosenberg's recession call? Overvaluation in financial markets. Rosenberg notes that the stock market's forward multiple expanded from 18 to 21 within a year, a rate of multiple expansion that is highly unusual and indicative of overvaluation. He compares this scenario to past market bubbles, suggesting that the market valuation is not supported by earnings growth, but rather by speculative momentum, which is unsustainable. Section 6. What is a fifth reason for Rosenberg's recession call? Sectoral shifts and slowdowns. Citing the Fed's Beige Book, he notes a cooling off in sectors like travel, leisure, and restaurants, which were previously hot due to reopenings and stimulus spending. Rosenberg argues that the decline in these sectors which helped drive post-pandemic recovery, indicates a broader economic slowdown as the stimulus effect wears off. What is the sixth reason for Rosenberg's recession call? Global economic weaknesses. Rosenberg discusses global economic issues, including the economic slowdown in China and Europe. Given its interconnectedness with global markets, he suggests that these global weaknesses will inevitably affect the U.S. economy, exacerbating domestic economic challenges. In the next section, I will explain Rosenberg's last reason for a recession call. In section 9, I will tell you what I think about all this, and then in section 10, why you should care, and more importantly, what more you can do about it. However, I have just hit another new paid subscriber threshold. So you must now be a paid subscriber to view the last 3 sections. The X Project's articles always have 10 sections. Soon, after a few more articles, the paywall will move up again within the article so that only paid subscribers will see the last 4 sections, or rather, free subscribers will only see the first 6 sections. I will be moving the paywall up every few weeks, so ultimately free subscribers will only see the first 4 or 5 sections of each article. Please consider a paid subscription. All paid subscriptions come with a free 14-day trial. You can cancel anytime. Every month, for the cost of 2 cups of coffee, the X Project will deliver 2 articles per week, helping you know in a couple of hours of your time per month what you need to know about our changing world at the intersection of commodities, demographics, economics, energy, geopolitics, government debt and deficits, interest rates, markets, and money. You can also earn free paid subscription months by referring your friends. If your referrals sign up for a free subscription, you get 1 month of a free paid subscription for 1 referral, 6 months of free paid subscription for 3 referrals, and 12 months of free paid subscription for just 5 referrals. So please, refer your friends. Thank you. This concludes the X Project's podcast number 50. Please subscribe to the X Project's Substack at thexproject.substack.com.